Good morning, students. Let us continue with the direct indirect speech, second part, or the second video actually. It is not second part. I told you yesterday it is known as also reported speech continuation. I hope till 6th or 7th rule that I had given you yesterday, that much you have learned. If you have learned that much, it will be easier for you. That's why I did not make it in one video and I separated it. Okay, let's continue. Seventh rule I have given you yesterday. Today the eighth rule. Changes according to the type of sentences. You know there are type of sentence. We have the assertive sentence, we have the interrogative sentence, we have the imperative sentence, exclamatory sentences. Okay. So let us see the first assertive sentences. In fact, my dear students, all the examples that we have done yesterday are all actually assertive sentence. I did not take a single interrogative sentence or imperative sentence so that you will not get confused. Okay, that were all assertive sentence. However, let us do it again quickly. Assertive sentence. Direct. I said to Mahesh, you will go to Mumbai tomorrow. Understood? This is the comma, inverted comma. I said to Mahesh, you will go to Mumbai tomorrow. Indirect speech would be, I told Mahesh that he would go to Mumbai the next day. Tomorrow, the next day, I give you rule. Understood? That's why I told you later on you will learn. So, if you have made by heart those changes taking place according to the nearness and time, then it is easier. Okay, tomorrow will change into the next day. Second example, she said to me, I came to your house last night. Indirect would be, she told me that she had come to my house the night before. Why had come? Simple past, I came. That's why here past perfect, she had come. Clear? I change into she. Last night, the night before or the previous night. Check it, the rule, whether it is followed or no. Clear? The second is in interrogative sentences. I have given only two examples in assertive sentence because rest all the examples that yesterday up to the seventh rule that we did, is all in assertive sentences only. Now, interrogative sentence. There are two types of interrogative sentences. One is WH words we call WH, like why, what, which, when, how. All these are WH type questions. Now, when these WH type questions are asked, then while changing into indirect speech, such words retains. Retains means it remains the same. Why will remain in why in indirect speech also. Or what, suppose what, it will remain what in indirect speech also. Though it works as an conjunctions and not an interrogative words. You try to understand that. This what, why, which. In indirect speech, these words will remain the same, but they are usually they are the conjunctions, but they will not remain as an conjunctions, they will work as an conjunctions and not an interrogative words. For example, I say I tell you, the man who is standing at the gate is my uncle. Here the who is what? The man who is standing at the gate is my uncle. This who is an conjunctions. Suppose same thing I say, who is standing at the gate? Suppose I said, who is standing at the gate? Who is what here? Who is an interrogative word, who. But same who can change into conjunction when I say, the man who is standing at the gate is my uncle. Are you understanding? So here, the interrogative words will remain the same in indirect speech, but they will work as an conjunctions and not an interrogative words. And also you remember, in indirect speech, if the question, direct speech is in interrogative sentence, indirect speech change into a simple and a statement. Remember that there will not be question mark at the end of indirect speech. Let us see. The sentence no longer remains as interrogative sentence, but it changes into an assertive sentence. It changes into simple assertive sentence. The reporting verb said changes into asked or inquired according to the sentence. Okay. Said will change into either asked or inquired. Popularly it is asked. Okay, inquired is what, when you use inquired. Suppose police inquiry, or you are inquiring the time at the railway station, you go and ask what time is this train is going to arrive. So what you are doing, you are inquiring. Okay, in the office we have the inquiry. Understood? That it is said will change into inquire depending on the type of sentence. Here remember again, the conjunction that is not used. In interrogative sentence, the conjunction that is not used. And also remember, comma, inverted comma, that is everywhere same. Here comma, inverted comma and question mark will be removed. It will not be used. For example, let us say, he said to me, what are you doing here? It's a direct speech. He said to me, comma, inverted comma, what, here what is an, it is an question mark. It's an interrogative word. What are you doing here? The question mark in. The answer would be indirect speech. He asked me what I was doing there. No more question mark. What is remaining as white? Sorry, what will remain as what? He asked me what I was doing there. He said to me, what are you doing here? He asked me what I was doing there. Again, second example. The policeman asked him, where is your driving license? Understanding? Where is your driving license? Where? Where is the question word? That will remain where, but here it will be an conjunction. Here also it is a conjunction. What I was doing there is in conjunction. The policeman asked him where his driving license was. Here was will not come ahead. Where was his driving license? Then again it will be an question mark. So it has to be a statement. It has to be an assertive sentence. Therefore, the policeman asked him where his driving license was. Clear? Third example. He said to me, what are you reading now? Question mark. He asked me what I was reading then. Sorry, here reading instead of reading, here typing mistake, doing it came. What are you doing now? So what I was doing then. Or if it is reading now, what I was reading then. Now will change into then. Rest all remains the same. Clear? Inquiry word did not come here. So let us make one sentence of inquire. Okay. The policeman, not the policeman, the TC in the, you are going, suppose you are going to the railway station and you are asking for the arrival of train. So she said, what time is the train arriving? Okay. What time is the train arriving? So what will happen in indirect speech? She asked him, what time was the train arriving? Not asked him, he inquired. Okay, here asked also is okay, but then we are more than asking, you are inquiring. Okay, suppose you come to pay the fees here. What you are doing? You have to inquire first. No, how much you have to pay the fee. So my father inquired. My father came to office and he inquired how much fees I had to pay. Clear? This is the inquiry, but mostly it is coming with asked. Said will change into asked. Next, that is with the WH word questions. Okay. Now the question starts with is, was, do, does, did, have or had, whose expected answer would be yes or no. Then the conjunction if or whether is used. See, we call it yes or no type question. You ask the question in such a way, the answer would be either yes or no. That is, we call yes or no type question. And this kind of sentence question, word will be used starting with is or was, do, does, did, have or had. So if yes or no type question expecting, then the conjunction if or whether will be added. Know that. Here that will not come. Clear? For example, she said to me, shall I return your book tomorrow? Shall I return your book tomorrow? She asked me if she would return my book the following day, tomorrow or the next day. Clear? She asked me if or whether, anything. She asked me whether she would return my book the following day. Again, she said, is your father at home? See, is starting with is. Is your father at home? Answer would be yes or no. Here also yes or no. Answer would be okay. Suppose somebody asks, is your father at home? Answer would be either yes or no. Now here indirect speech would be, she asked whether his father was at home. is will change into was. Tense is the is will change into was. Whether his father was at home or if his father was at home, both are right. The doctor said, did you take the medicine? Okay, did, starting with did. The doctor said, did you take the medicine? The answer or the indirect speech would be, the doctor asked whether he had taken the medicine. Clear? Or if he had taken the medicine. This is called yes or no type question. Whose sentence starts with either is or was, do, does, will, shall, these kind of words. Now, third type of sentence is the imperative sentences. Imperative sentences, what is the imperative sentence? Sentences with either your order, requested, proposed, suggested, advised. This is called imperative sentence, you know it. Now, the reporting verb said is changed into said. When reporting verb said, he said, we said, or my teacher said, that said, this verb will change into ordered, requested, proposed, advised, commanded, prayed, etc. depending on the sentence, type of sentence. And if the reported speech is negative, the word not is placed before the infinitive. With the example, we will come to know when this not is placed. Okay. First one, the officer said, leave my room at once. Here one S has come extra, please bear with me here. S is only one, okay, singular. The officer said, leave my room at once. Indirect speech would be, what officer is doing? He is ordering. He is not requesting, neither proposing, okay, he is ordering. So, the officer ordered him to leave his room at once, to leave, okay. That, it will not come here, that is not there. In imperative sentence, that is not used. Clear? The officer ordered him to leave his room at once. Second, he said to me, let me go home now. What he is doing? Let me please. What is it? It is requesting. So, he requested me to let him go home then. Now, will change into then. I told you nearness of time and place to learn by heart. Again, let us invite your friends to celebrate your birthday, said my mother to me. So, what is he doing? What mother is doing? She is proposing. Okay, she is proposing. So, my mother proposed that we should invite my friends to celebrate my birthday. Clear? So, that you have to be very careful when it is imperative sentence. Verb said will change into either order, requested, proposed, advised, commanded or prayed. Again, the doctor said to him, give up smoking. What doctor is doing? Advising. Parents will advise, doctor will advise, teachers will advise. Remember that, okay? The doctor said to him, give up smoking. Indirect speech would be, the doctor advised him to give up smoking. Again, I said to him, don't worry about me. Here comes your not, no, negative sentence. Negative sentence here. He said to them, don't worry about me. Here you see, I told them not to worry about me. This is not is placed before the infinitive, not to worry, you see. I told them not to worry about me. It will not come, I told them don't worry about me. Then it will be the same. Understood? So, I told them not to worry about me. Again, the teacher said, don't shout in the class. The teacher ordered them or commanded them, okay, not to shout in the class. Learn the rules properly, my dear students. Otherwise, it is difficult. Indirect speech, and it is a compulsory question in grammar. You never know whether it will be as assertive sentence or from the interrogative sentence or imperative sentence. You will have to learn everything. The fourth is exclamatory sentences. You see, the reporting verb is changed into, that means said, no? Said will change into exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with sorrow, exclaimed, okay, ed, please, with regret, to convey the tone of the exclamation. When do we use exclamatory sentence? When we are surprised something, unexpected things happen, we use exclamatory sentences, okay. The conjunction that is used here, okay, remember again, that is used to introduce the reported speech. Exclamatory sentence is changed to an assertive sentence. Here also exclamatory sentences always, no, these are the exclamatory sentence, you see. This will change into a just an assertive sentence. Alas, hurrah. These are all the exclamatory sentence. This will be changed into an assertive sentence. Here that is used, conjunction that is used. In interrogative sentence, that is not used. Even in what do we call? Just now we saw in imperative sentence also that is not used. Direct sentence, you see direct speech. Hurrah, I have topped again, said my friend. Friend is very happy. Hurrah, I have topped again. The inverted comma, said my friend. Indirect speech would be, my friend exclaimed with joy. Not with sorrow or regret, okay? My friend exclaimed with joy that he had topped again. I have. So he had. Past perfect. Remember that. Okay? He had topped again. Second, he said, what a feast that was, or what a celebration that was. Feast is celebration, okay? He said, what a feast that was. Exclamatory sentence. Here, he exclaimed with wonder or with joy. You can write, okay? He exclaimed with wonder that it was a grand feast, or it was a great feast, whatever you want to use it is. It was a grand feast, and full stop. No more exclamatory marks remains there. Next, she said, alas, my family has to suffer because of my mistake. Alas, you see, she exclaimed with sorrow or exclaimed with regret. Here will come regret. You are feeling bad because your family is suffering because of you, no? So, she exclaimed with sorrow or she exclaimed with regret that her family had to suffer because of her mistake. Had to suffer. Has to suffer, has written into had, past perfect, okay? Had to suffer because of her mistake, not my mistake, her mistake. The lady said, if only I could see my son once. What the lady is doing? Wishing, no? I wish I will see once, at least once my son. If only I could see my son once. Indirect speech would be, the lady wished that she could see her son once. Go through it again, and my dear students, if you have not understood, you can meet me, or you can write in the comment box that you have not understood, and you can come to the school. You are allowed today with the parents' permission, and you will have to tell me beforehand that you are coming, because we are not coming daily to the school, and which day I am coming I will tell you, and then you can come to the school and I will explain to you again. Clear? Now, that is what the indirect speech we have learnt. Now the exercise homeworks for you. There are 15 questions, and see to it that in your notebook you will have all these answers, and in your grammar notebook you have to write down everything, even examples and rules and everything. Rules, examples, and these questions answers, okay? Change the following into indirect speech. There are 15 questions. I have tried to give you with all the sentences. There will be assertive sentence, there will be interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, exclamatory sentence, and so refer to your rules and then do it properly. I am not going to read it out, it is too long, otherwise the video is going to be. So all the best. Do your homework and submit the book. Soon I will be asking it, both standard 9th and 10th. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.